guys, welcome back. Somebody had messaged me today and said, hey, check and make sure your red and green are not reversed on the monitor because it looks like they might be reversed. And I checked it, and no, they were not reversed, but I did a bunch of playing around with the monitor and I got the picture to look a lot nicer. And now it has a black background rather than a blue background. But my red and blue pots are all the way down. I had to turn those things all the way down, and the green's up 3/4 of the way. But now it looks a lot better. Still have a little bit of a degaussing issue, but that's not a big deal. So what I want to do is get this monitor set back in here for now, and then we'll turn it on and look at it, and then we're going to see about the sound, if we can get some sound going on this thing or not. And also I picked up a free TV today, a free 19-inch TV. So I picked up that other one the other day for 20 bucks, which is the one in the back, and then I got this front one for free today. So like I said, guys, grab them while you can, man. Another two beautiful tubes right there. That'll be future monitors. I still need to find one with RCAs, because I need it for when I do that Nintendo cabinet build where I'm going to use my original NES. I need to have RCA input so that I could hook up the NES to the RCAs rather than to coaxial cable, because the RCAs are going to probably give it a little bit better look, I guess you'd say. I'm going to blow this off one more time, and then we're going to stick it in there. I might have lost the screw. Oh no, wait, the screws are in that box. I keep saying I lost them, but I didn't. Actually, I got to go grab some zip ties too. This actually cleaned up really well. I'm not even going to wash it or anything because it really doesn't need it. I just kind of want to leave well enough alone with it. So let me go grab some zip ties, and we'll get the wire zip tied back up and stuff. We'll get this thing dropped back in, and then we'll turn it on so we can see what the picture looks like. I think I mentioned it, but the Spy Hunter cabinet is primered, and it is video is uploading right now, actually. So basically, the only way to adjust this monitor is A, take it out, or B, take that metal box off the bottom and reach down there and adjust it. There's really no third option. So it's kind of nice to be able to adjust it out of the cabinet like this. We're using the original zip tie from 1980 or whatever this game was. Oh, and I need to take a picture of that instruction card inside of here. Somebody messaged me and said they needed a picture, a clear picture of that, because they needed to make one for theirs. I hope I can fix this sound. Hopefully it's just something stupid. And this monitor is kind of a pain in the butt to put in. They give you really not much to grab onto. Plug it in. And we can plug in our degauss, or our whatever they call it on here. Ground wire. So I guess, you know, I really wouldn't call this thing, we're not really doing a restoration, we're just fixing what's broken. Change the fan battery here. It's all right for now. Where the heck did I put my drill? I don't remember if these are Phillips. Yes. Okay, let's turn it on. Probably have to turn the lights off, but turn it on here and we'll see what we get. Hopefully I don't have to adjust it again. Still has a tint of blue. Why is it blue again? I swear I got the blue out of it. Man! There's no way to adjust it unless I take it back out. Screw it. It's going to have a blue screen, I guess. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's use the degaussing thing. It works. Definitely took the color out over there. So now we just need to figure out. Yeah, that blue was gone earlier. What the hell? So clearly we have no sound. I mean, but the monitor definitely looks better. Okay, I guess we could pop that bottom plate off and see if we can adjust it a little bit real quick. Let me get down on the floor here and see if I can do it while we're on the camera so you guys can actually physically watch me do it. Well, the nice thing is you don't have to take the screws all the way out. You can just loosen them, and then there's slots in there that you can slide the metal plate over and then it'll drop down. Looks like the screen's getting a little bit blacker now as it warms up. You see that? That background's looking better now. I'm not gonna mess with it. We're gonna leave it. Must just be once it warms up. So screw it, leave it alone. Could need a cap kit, but I don't think I'm gonna find a cap kit for it. So I'm probably just gonna have to make my own. But yeah, look, see how it got black now and how everything looks better as it's warmed up? That would be my guess, is probably capacitors, which isn't a big deal, but that's a pretty damn nice looking monitor now. So I am 100% happy with that. So now we're going to, I guess we're gonna start with the sound pot, and we're gonna take it out, see what size it is. Should be able to test it with the meter because it should be in ohms, so I would imagine we should be able to test it to see if it works or not. And by turning the dial from one side to the other, should change the ohm reading. So we need to take this board set out of the way. And I dropped the screw down there, so I need to find that. I think I see it, maybe. Take the boards out. I didn't even know that connector was there. We'll have to blow this out right here a little bit. Found the screw. That's good. So there's our pot. So I think the easiest way to tempt this is there's 4 screws in here holding the metal plate that holds the pot. If anybody knows that they make a cap kit for this, let me know, but I'm highly doubting it. And I have probably most of the caps in the basement. I might have to order a few that I don't have, maybe. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is take off this ground wire, and then we can actually lift that up higher, and we might be able to test it without having to unsolder it or desolder it. So I need a pair of pliers. Looks like the video's about halfway uploaded. I'm doing it out here. At least I got that monitor looking 1,000,000 times better than when I bought it. So far, I'm $100 into this project. I did buy that other board, soundboard, so that was $70 with the ROM board. So 170 into it. It'd be really nice if I don't have to put any more money into it. Okay, so this potentiometer is, probably gonna be one of those expensive ones. I might have it, might not, if it needs one. Can't read it. I'm gonna have to probably sand it off the dirt. There we go. I think it's 100 ohm. So in theory, I forget how to test it, but I'm pretty positive we can test it from one side to the other. I don't know if we have to put a lead on the middle one. I forget. But I'll tell you what, we have the potentiometer wires touching that metal plate, which is not good. And I didn't do it. That was already like that. Just see by chance, turn it on. Oh shit, we can't, the board's not in it. I just see by chance if that could have caused it. Nope. No noise. Worth a shot. Gotta check things because you just never know. But it definitely was touching that metal plate. Could that have caused a short? Possibly. Question is if it did cause a short, did it cause the pot to blow out or something on the board set? There are capacitors on the board. Reading 51. $23, so it's definitely working. Let's check it. I spun it all one way. It's reading 7, so let's check the other side. And this is reading 104, 103. So in theory, it's working. So let's spin it all the way the other way. Now this side should be reading around 7, and the other side should be reading around 103. Three. 103. So the potentiometer does work. So no go on that. We can check the speaker. Well, the easiest way to check this speaker is, if I have a battery, we're going to do a little test with the battery and just thump it and see if it makes a noise. Come on, be something simple. Wonder if this 9-volt battery in here would be enough for me to just touch those two terminals and see if it thumps. I think there's a 9-volt battery in here. Peak power, heavy duty. Might have a bad speaker. It should thump when you touch the battery to it. I wonder if I have a speaker back here we can demonstrate with. Let me go see if I have one. Something. Maybe the battery's not powerful enough. I don't know. I haven't tried this one yet. Let's see if this will make a noise on the 6x9. Hear this noise? Definitely hear that. I don't hear it on here. I hear nothing. So I'm gonna go take the speaker out. Maybe we can change the speaker. We'll test the speaker before we put one in to see. I saw one of these board sets for sale, and they want $500 for it untested. You gotta be out of your freaking mind. Let me unsolder that, because maybe because that's going into a volume pot. Maybe that's causing it to not want to thump with the battery. Hopefully it's just a damn speaker. Be something simple, come on. I forgot to look for a glass polishing kit. I'm gonna do that tonight. Probably just get one off of Amazon. Nothing, guys. Not a freaking noise. I think we got a blown speaker. God, would that be awesome. So I gotta go see if I have something this size close to it. Just put it in there. Okay, I found an exact size speaker and the exact ohm rating. It's a little beat up looking. Oh shit, it's ripped. Damn it. But we can still try it. If you don't have an ohm reading on the back here, 8 ohm, if it doesn't have a sticker or something, so all you have to do is take your multimeter, which I have it torn apart, and you put it on continuity, and it'll tell you what the ohm, and I already did this one in the basement, and it said 0.7, which is an 8 ohm speaker. Even though the speaker's ripped, you can hear it. I'm probably got to go back in the house and see if I have one that's not ripped. But let's try this first. Now, I know that my red is positive and my brown is negative. Now, does it matter all that much if you put negative and positive correctly on an arcade game? No, it doesn't. I don't care what anybody says. This doesn't have enough power to generate anything good sounding like bass or anything like that you would ever know a difference. I don't care what anybody says, it doesn't matter. Is it gonna hurt anything? No. What it does is, if your positive and negative are backwards on a speaker normally throws forward like this. It goes forward, projects the sound out. If you reverse your positive and your negative, it sucks inwards. That's all it does. It's just reversing the polarity. It's just reversing the movement of the speaker. But you're not putting out high amounts of bass like in a car stereo or something. So it's really not gonna make a difference. I mean, try to hook it up right, but if for some reason you don't know, you're not gonna hurt anything by hooking it up backwards if it ends up being backwards. And I'm sure there'll be people out there saying, oh no, you can't do that. You're gonna blow everything up. We're all gonna die. That's pretty much how that goes. Come on, melt. Should have another speaker in the basement somewhere. I save all this stuff because of situations like this. I'm just gonna half-ass get this on here for now. So I'm clearly not gonna leave a ripped speaker in here. This is just eventually gonna fail. This thing must have had some serious bass running through it. Ripped the speaker, man. The whole 1 watt. Apparently I can't solder to save my life. There we go. Okay. All right. I'm gonna put this back together. Drinking my cranberry juice mixed with grape juice. No alcohol, guys. I know, I'm no fun. I think there's a bug in it. Wouldn't be the first one I ate. You guys ever go to Dick's Last Resort? We went to one in Tennessee, and it was filthy in there. It was pretty disgusting, but we went with a group of like 10 people, and we're in there, and they come around and they gave us water. The one lady at our table's like, there's a bug in my water. So the guy comes over, the waiter, and he just reaches his hand in her water and takes the bug out and throws it on the floor and gives her water back. She just looked at him like, now what am I supposed to do? I'm not going to screw it down yet. Just let it sit. Yeah, I am. I don't need something to move on me and short something out. I really have no reason to have it out anymore. Using the wrong screws, I think. Sure am. Could they have made this any frickin' tighter? This cabinet is so small. Everything is so jammed in here. It's crazy. Got two in there for now. Move my drink before I spill it into the power supply. That would be great. See if we get anything. I'm kind of holding this because if this thing slides that way, we're going to arc it onto the monitor chassis. Damn it, still don't hear anything. Ooh, I hear something. Yes, it's gonna work, guys. The speaker sounds like shit because it's broken. Did you hear it? Look at that, guys. We got sound. Okay, we're not gonna jinx it. We're not gonna risk it. We're gonna turn it off. I'm gonna take the power or the PCB back out. We're gonna blow it off because it is filthy. I'm gonna go in the house and find another speaker. But yeah, we got a lot of dirt in there. I just want to get it off. That dirt's from like 1979, 1980 probably. That's vintage dirt. I could probably sell that on eBay. Okay, so I gotta go find another speaker. That's probably the first time I've honestly had a blown out speaker. Other than physically looking at a speaker and it being all ripped up and me just not using it because it's all ripped up, I think this is the only time I've actually had a speaker failure. I gotta give this $40 solder gun from eBay a lot of credit. This thing kind of kicks ass. And you could buy these things to fit on any kind of battery. This is for a Bauer. You could buy it to fit on a DeWalt, a Milwaukee, a Ryobi, a Bosch. I mean, you name it, Makita. It's great for car use because it's mobile. You know, you can move it around. All right. So I'm going to go find another speaker. Probably should put my multimeter back together before I know it's a piece of shit, but I gotta switch them in the house. I just keep forgetting. I'm so busy doing everything that that guy sent me that digital one, which I want to use in the house. I pretty much got it figured out now. I mean, it's just a little bit of a learning curve. I'm used to turning a dial all the time, which you still have to turn the dial, but not as much. It does read certain things where you don't have to move the dial all the time. What am I doing? Does it play down that way? Yep. Got the peak power back in there. So basically, we're going to get a speaker mounted back in here. We're going to get the PCB back in here. We're going to get it blown off, get it back in there, and then we're going to play a game. And that's going to be the end of this video. And then the next video on this machine is going to be me polishing scratches out of the glass, hopefully. Come on, seriously? Don't do this to me. Get in the hole. Am I putting this on backwards? No, it's right. Get on there. Be smarter than the multimeter. So now that my multimeter is back together, oh, don't want to put that on this monitor. It probably would make it a little funky for a minute, but it'd be all right. Okay, so we're going to put it on continuity. Do I have it on the wrong one? Okay, there we go. See how that's reading? I don't know if you can see that or not. It's reading 7.1 to 7.2. Okay, so we know that this is an 8 ohm speaker if you didn't have a sticker on there. So let's read this one. This came out of this machine. Nothing. Completely 100% dead. Now this one here, the writing, I can't read it. I don't know what it is. Is this a 4 ohm or an 8 ohm? Let's find out. It is a 4 ohm. It's reading 3.4. So now we know that that's a 4 ohm 6x9. So I'm gonna go see if I can't find another speaker, and I shall return. Anybody want some dust? I'll mail it to you. Didn't have any more 4-inch speakers, so I got a smaller one. We'll put that in for now, and I can always get one. All right, just wanted to make sure it worked. So usually if you don't get an ohm reading on your speaker, it doesn't work. I mean, this speaker might sound good enough. Might not be able to mount it correctly though, that's really the thing. The other two screws for now, I'm just gonna have to put in the coin box. Throw these two speakers away. Missed. Those speakers you can get for probably $5–10 at the most. Putting the right screws in there now. You want to get all the dust and grime off of it, because if you don't, it's just going to run hotter because it's got all that stuff in there. Yeah, I think I just got a bunch of dirt all over my face. Alright, let's turn it on. See if we get some noise. This leaf switch needs some adjustment. or not adjustment, but cleaning the actual, yeah. I heard a farting noise. Okay. I don't know if that noise is right or not. I would think so. Do you ever notice when they made arcade games, they made noises like that on purpose to make people's anxiety worse, I think it was. All right, let me turn off the lights. We're gonna play a game and see if I can play this thing or not. Can't see. I got shit everywhere. Might turn the volume up a little bit. I need to credit it up. I put 2 credits on it. Oh. That's pretty good there. Joystick's a little finicky, needs cleaned. It doesn't want to go to the left. Yeah, let me see about cleaning that real quick. Wonder if I could just do it. It's actually a micro switch. Okay. It does not want to go left very easily. There we go, a little bit better. So now it's going to start over. It's going to be a bunch of them again. And I didn't know you had a fuel. So as you get down, you'll run out of fuel. Yeah, this joystick is actually acting up a little bit here. Definitely not the easiest to play. Damn it. Player 1, game over. I wonder why it's a little finicky. Tell you what, that monitor, once it warms up, it looks damn good. We also need to try a 2-player game to see if it moves from one side to the other, because I have not tried that yet. See if that helps. It's off level, it's moving around on me. A little better. That's better. Oh, you bastard. Wonder if I got to the third level at least. Yes. Got him. Nice. Gotta get this guy, the boss, then I can get fuel. Okay, now I believe I get fuel. See that? That comes down and gives you fuel, takes your back up. And now I think it starts over again. I honestly, I want to say I think it's better than Space Invaders. Damn it. Player one, game over. Let's try a 2-player game to make sure that the screen flips. Okay, can I see what I'm doing here? 2-player, let's play player one guy here. Joystick is much better now that I bent the little levers that hit the micro switches. Crap. Okay, sweet. So do these buttons work over here? Joystick's not working. It's working. Joystick's sticking a little bit. And we'll let that guy die and we'll go back to my game. Things working great, guys. Monitor looks really good. We just need to do some cleanup on the glass and stuff. Fix up some of the black paint. I'm gonna run out of fuel. Ran out of fuel. We're gonna play one more time and then I'm calling this video good. Let this guy die real quick. Shoot me. I think I'm gonna have to keep it. I don't know, I like it. Why does this guy still have another guy? What the hell? Oh, I wonder if because I put in 3 coins. Alright, so now let me put in 1 credit. Oh wait, no, there's still 1 credit in there. I don't know why the other one had more guys. You know what's funny is these noises that I'm hearing, when I was little, I distinctively remember these noises when my dad used to play a game at the arcade, but I was really, really young, and I don't really remember that much of it. I've definitely never have played this, but the noises sound real familiar to me. Damn it. You kind of want to clear the rack right away, because if you have to go through each one twice, you're going to run out of fuel. Nope, I'm definitely not going to. I'm going to die because I'm going to run out of fuel. Yep. Wow, I suck. Jeez. It must be set up for 5 guys. Damn it. They move you up in the screen as you're running out of fuel, it looks like. All right, let me turn the lights back on. Alright guys, we had really good luck with this. Yes, I have an extra board coming now, but that's okay. That's alright. So I'm going to find a glass polishing kit on Amazon. We're going to get that ordered, and then we're going to polish this glass up and see what it can do. I'll see if I can zoom in on it. It's pretty bad. We'll probably take the glass out to do it, or maybe we'll leave it in, do it, and then take the glass out. There's a lot of dirt and shit around the edges here, it looks like, that we could probably clean up pretty nicely. And like I said, we'll paint the wood on each side black again. We'll probably just use a paintbrush, because you can actually see marks from the wood grain in the wood, so I'm not worried about having brush stroke marks because it already has them. We're not really going to do anything to the inside. I'm not going to mess with the monitor right now. I'm going to let it go. And if it fails or it starts getting bad, if the capacitors get worse, then deal with it at that point. But why touch something that's working, I guess. Now, our screen is a little too far that way. I could see if I can't maybe slide it over some. You're not going to be able to see what I'm doing, but oh. I got it a little bit better. It's definitely favoring that side a little bit, and I can't get it to scoot over that way anymore. Either you shrink the image which makes this side even smaller, or you just leave it like that. I don't know if there's an adjustment on the monitor itself. Maybe there's a pin and a wire that you can pop over from one side to the other. But I'm extremely happy with this. I mean, if I wouldn't have bought those boards, we're literally $100 into it. I changed a transistor, 2 of them, and I took a speaker out of the basement, and we blew a bunch of dust off. Now we're going to buy a polishing kit, but I'm going to use that on more than one game. Let's zoom in here, and I'm going to show you how badly scratched this thing actually is. It's pretty bad. Most of it's minor, but there are some that I can kind of catch with my nail a little bit. So, anxious to see how well it will come out. See all those? They're everywhere. But we'll see what we can do. So, all right guys, I'm gonna end this video. I will get a glass polishing kit ordered tonight from Amazon. I'll go in the house and look it up, see what I can find. See if I can find any, you know, articles on maybe one that's better than the other. And we'll get one ordered. We'll give that a shot. And then we'll touch up the black on it and give it a good exterior cleaning. I don't even know if I'm gonna mess with the speaker. I might just leave the one that's in there. I got the extra couple screws sitting in here. We gotta buy a couple locks, which I don't know. Probably gonna have to order some arcade ones, some barrel ones. I don't think I have anymore, because the ones that come, you can buy at Home Depot and Lowe's, are a desk lock, and the ends of those are different. We need a lock that has shit, parts are falling down in there. We need a lock that will go through that hole. The ones at Home Depot and Lowe's, I don't think they have a hole that big. They might actually. I'll have to look and see. They might. They might actually have ones that'll work, now that I'm thinking about it more. And I might have lost one of these in here somewhere. Oh, here it is. That one's bent. We'll have to straighten that out, and I kind of drilled through it a little bit. Somebody had said in my video that they make a drill bit for drilling out those tubular locks, and I didn't know that. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to buy some. Those were definitely some heavy duty freaking locks on this thing. You don't get tubular locks like that nowadays. Those are definitely like Fort Knox quality. So, all right, I'm gonna end this video, guys. The Spy Hunter video is still uploading. Apparently, internet's working like shit tonight. I don't know. I'm also gonna take a picture of that real quick. I'll show it on the video, and then I can also take a picture of it. But I'm gonna see if I can get a good shot of this here, so you guys can read it. And like I said, somebody had asked for it. So let's see if we can get in here. This will probably work for the guy, actually. I told him to message me on Facebook if he had Facebook, but haven't heard anything, so he might not be on Facebook. But if I focus slowly enough here, and I'm also going to do one more thing real quick here before I end this. Grab my tape measure, and I'm going to let them know what size the paper is. It is 7 1/4 wide by 10 inches tall. Okay. So if you, honestly, if you had an old typewriter, or you can actually just do it on your computer and then just print it out in black and white, or just black ink. This would be the only hard part. And I guess if you do drawings, unless he's probably going to want shots of it, or he might be able to take a screenshot from this video. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a computer guy by any means, so I'm not sure. Here's the other sticker as well, just in case he needs it. So, all right, guys, I'm ending this video. Let me know what you think. Would you keep it? especially so I have so little money into it. Kind of, I mean, it's not an expensive game to begin with. What am I going to make? A couple $100 on it? Is it even worth it? Should I just keep it, clean it up, find somewhere to put it? It's not huge. It's not going to take up a ton of room. Probably could find somewhere to put it in my house. I'm just going to start filling the living room up with arcade games. You know, what the hell? No, I don't know. But anyways, all right, guys. You guys have a good night. I got to get that Spy Hunter cabinet back in the shop, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.